Hi everybody, it's Kathy Underwood here from Yoga for Mums and IMT Yoga. Namaste to you all. I hope you've enjoyed the end of year celebrations and Happy New Year! I'm in my kitchen. The vegetarian meatballs are in the oven and I expect that any minute now my teenage boys will probably come and visit and demand food. So if that happens, I may put you on pause, but I've got 9 minutes to share something with you. This is Shakti Gawain. Sadly, she passed away last year, but she's left an incredible legacy of books and thoughts and ideas, and I really recommend her books. This one in particular is my favourite. This is called The 4 Levels of Healing, and it talks about how the 4 aspects of the self, the mental, physical, emotional and spiritual aspects, are synonymous to holistic health. So holistic health is about finding a place where we feel mindful, where we feel balanced and we feel happy, because that's what it's all about. So before I show you this little technique, I just went off for a bit. Before I show you this technique, I just want to say our TV, our media, in fact our culture, the way it's set up is very much about feeding us negative thoughts. If you switch on the news, for example, it is filled with this, and it's a kind of indoctrination. It's supporting the idea that we should be separated from one another, disconnected from our community, fearful of it, fearful of people outside of our house, outside of our like-minded groups. We should be fearful of the world, that we should be fearful of other people, that we've never got enough and that we're not good enough. And I really believe that that filters into a larger consciousness, and this is what we are getting now with our communities. We're all fractious, we're all discombobulated, and it's not healthy. It's not serving our health at all. We have terrible problems with stress. We have terrible problems within the NHS. More and more people suffering from mental health conditions, and I do think it's this kind of disconnection from one another. Now, when you have a disconnection from one another, you actually have a disconnection with yourself. You're not really listening to yourself intuitively. You're not healing or growing or nurturing and cherishing yourself. There's always that kind of feeling not being good enough, not having enough. So I just wanted to say that because I think it's really important. It's almost as if something else is dictating how we should be and feel, and I liken it to a table full of this sort of drama, if you like. And if we're not careful, we just keep flipping back into this negative way of thinking and believing and gorging on this drama, gorging on these thoughts, rather than stepping back and saying, actually, I can do better for myself here. And if I do better for myself, that's better for my family. If it's better for my family, that's rippling out to a larger community. And that is the only way that we're going to create a kind of global healing, if you like, by starting with ourselves. That drop in the ocean. Start with yourself. Oh, hang on, got to turn the oven off. Sorry about that. See, life goes on. Right, so where was I? Oh yes, so be very mindful of the way that you think, because often it isn't your thoughts. They aren't your thoughts, those negative patterns. It's almost as if they're being fed to us in order to sort of just keep us in our place and prevent us from spiritually evolving. Anyway, my little lecture over. This is what we're going to do. So I want you to bear in mind 4 aspects of yourself. Grab yourself a piece of paper. I have these little whiteboards which are really useful, and I love visualization and I love visual seeing things so I can have a visual prompt every day for the way that I'm thinking, even if it's just a little positive affirmation written down somewhere. I think it's really important as a daily kind of nurture. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to split it into 4. So the first thing I want you to think about is what you do for yourself. I'll put a little P there, for your physical health and well-being. So that may be the obvious, going to the gym or your yoga class and your diet, okay? So those are positive things that you can do to feed your physical healing, if you like, your physical aspect of yourself. Then your mental aspects. Now, I'm not talking about your mental health because all of this is about mental health. I'm thinking about the way you think and reason. So maybe the way you feed yourself in your work, okay, and your creative skills. And also your goals for life. And then we come to the emotional aspect of yourself. So how do you feed yourself emotionally? So you may have a lot of lovely support that you give to yourself and your family and your friends and loved ones. Emotional, maybe your meditation is a way of understanding your emotional aspects, you know, the ups and downs in life. And meditation might help, or your yoga practice, something like that. There might be something else that pops up in your head straight away. Love, respecting myself, you know, giving myself a lot of love on a daily basis, because by nurturing that, I know that I can fully love and appreciate the people around me. And then spiritual aspects. So what does that mean? For some of you, it may be your relationship with God. It may be just a relationship that you have with your intuitive mind, your higher mind, and being respectful of your higher thoughts. For others, it might just simply be going for coastal walks or getting out in the fresh air and doing stuff outdoors. Outdoors is, oh my goodness, outdoors is wonderful. And music, I mean, my sister, hello Leslie if you're watching, is an incredible singer. My brother is a musician, and they get so much from music. Dancing for me is like a spiritual journey. I just love it. So having a look at what you do to feed those 4 aspects of yourself is really going to enhance and boost your holistic health, your well-being, and your sense of being in this world, a sense of belonging. You deserve to be here and to enjoy your life, not to be trudged down and made to feel that you're little and insignificant. Put your fingers in your ears, that's crap. That's rubbish. Don't listen to those thoughts. Well, let's listen to them, and then let's grow and nurture from them. Let's do this work. So that's your first thing, is I want you to plan. I want you to just see where you may, you know, be losing out. Maybe you're not doing so much for your mental health. Maybe you've got loads of stress at work. Maybe that just needs realigning, you know. Just take a look at what you're doing creatively. Is it something that feeds you? Maybe going to the gym, you just hate it. I mean, January is just the time to go to the gym, isn't it? Everyone does it. But maybe you hate the gym. Well, there's plenty of other things. There's yoga, there's dancing, there's watching what you eat, going for lovely walks with your dogs, your family. Emotionally, if you find your emotional health is way out there, it's all too overwhelming and upsetting, or too much excitement, then take a look at how you can bring that in, bring it into balance. And then obviously spiritually, all of this is interconnected and really important for your plan, for your great health and your well-being. So, on that note, I really hope that was useful and helpful. This is a journey. These are just thoughts that I'm sharing. They may resonate with you, they may not. You may have ideas and thoughts yourself, and I'd love to hear them. So please message me or go on my Instagram and Facebook page and leave your ideas. Maybe I can share them as well. So I wish you an absolutely wonderful week. It is Sunday, got the dinner on, gonna have family, spiritual time, nurturing around the table, eating our dinner, and yeah, I wish you a very wonderful week. Next week, I will be talking about mindfulness and just bringing our plan into practice. So somebody kindly brought me this incredibly beautiful gong, and listen to that. Wonderful. And so we'll be talking about vibration, the energy exchange, and how powerful that is for your health and your well-being. So, I'm Kathy Underwood, and I look forward to maybe meeting you or sharing ideas, and I wish you a very peaceful week. Om Shanti.